The proposed development that the Jaguars call the Stadium of the Future is inching its way forward, although key pieces, including the final design and the final price tag, are still undecided. These are the renderings we've shown you countless times of how Everbank Stadium could be transformed by a multi-million-dollar makeover.
But before any construction can begin, City Hall and Shad Khan need to reach agreement on how to divide the cost of the renovation, both the stadium itself and the surrounding area. News4 Jax reporter Jim Piggott is following the process every step of the way and has an update on what's next as the city continues to negotiate a deal.
People see these renderings of what the stadium could be. Some wonder if it really could be a reality. The $2 billion dream, with half the money coming from the city, is just that, a dream. Last night, during a city council meeting, the city's chief negotiator for the stadium deal, Mike Weinstein, updated council members on where it all stands.
Right now, probably 15 different pieces are all moving on their own schedule.
As for the design, it's not set in stone. They're only about 30% complete. A study is also being done on the current stadium, looking at its integrity, what needs to be fixed immediately. As for the renovations, the current plan looks to begin construction during the 2026 and 27 seasons and be back at the field playing games in 2028. But there's still a chance they could start this in 2025 and 26 while playing there to a limited crowd, and then move the home games for just one season in 2027, and then again be back in 2028. Where the teams will play during that time, still not known. The Jags released this statement today. No relocation plan is in place at this time, focusing on the stadium agreement. Once we get closer to a resolution on the stadium, we will focus on the temporary solution. And there are other game concerns as well.
We're working on home games, the requirement of how many home games have to be here.
The cost hasn't been determined. Right now, they're only looking at the stadium, which could run around $1.4 billion. The surrounding areas and that cost will come up in later talks.
But one thing that will have a big impact on the renovation of the stadium is what's going to happen to the community that sits in the shadow of the stadium. What I'm talking about is this East Side neighborhood. The people here have been here for a long time, and they want to make sure they're not left out in any of these talks and negotiations.
Honey Hosendorf, who works with seniors in the East Side area, says she has faith that the team owner, Shad Khan, will work with them.
I know that he's made a difference and an impact in this community, and I just pray that he continue to impact this community with the resources that he have that are available to this community, and if not, maybe we can find some.
Weinstein says he's met with the East Side residents as well. I also talked to Mayor Donna Deegan about the talks.
There are a number of moving parts, but they're all moving at the same time. We got to get that design done so we know exactly what the cost is going to be. We're already starting to talk through revenue streams and how that's going to work out. So I feel like we're on pace. I've said this before. I think that we have a goal of getting to a framework of a deal by spring.
So the Stadium of the Future is moving along, but how much that future is going to cost us is still to be decided. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
Mike Weinstein also says he's meeting with administrators with the universities of Florida and Georgia about their yearly game at the stadium to discuss what they may have to do during any renovation. Also being discussed is the contract between the city and the schools, which is up in 2025.